You've seen it everywhere. Those pretty pink crystals in a fancy jar, sitting on kitchen counters like it's the healthy salt. And the way it's marketed makes it sound like regular salt is basically poison, while pink salt is some ancient mineral treasure. But here's the real question. Is pink salt actually different in a way that matters? Or is it just salt with good PR? Let's make this simple and honest. First, what pink salt usually means is Himalayan pink salt, mined from ancient salt deposits, mostly in Pakistan. The pink color comes from tiny amounts of minerals like iron compounds mixed in. That part is real. But the big myth starts when people think pink means healthier. Because chemically, pink salt is still basically sodium chloride, just like table salt. Most sources put it around up to 98% sodium chloride, with the remaining amount being trace minerals. So if you're expecting it to work like a multivitamin, it won't. Here's the key point most people miss. Yes, pink salt contains trace minerals. No, those minerals are not in meaningful amounts unless you eat a ridiculous amount of salt, is the exact opposite of healthy. Harvard Health makes this point very clearly. Culinary salts like Himalayan pink salt can taste great and add texture, but they're still largely sodium chloride, and you'd need to consume way too much sodium to get any meaningful mineral benefit. So what's actually different between pink salt and normal table salt? Difference 1. Iodine. This one matters. Many table salts are iodized, meaning iodine is added. Iodine is an essential nutrient for thyroid health, and iodized salt was a major public health fix in many countries. Pink salt is usually not iodized. So if someone replaces iodized table salt completely with pink salt, and they don't eat other iodine-rich foods, they could increase their risk of iodine deficiency over time. Even health org-style discussions point out this non-iodized issue as the real concern, not the sodium. Difference 2. Additives and texture table. Salt is usually more processed and can include anti-caking agents to keep it from clumping. Pink salt is often sold as a more natural, crystal, or coarse salt, and people like it for texture, especially on top of food. That's a real culinary difference. It can change how food tastes because coarse crystals hit your tongue differently. But nutritionally, it's still salt. Difference 3. Sodium amount, the sneaky confusion. Sometimes you'll hear pink salt has less sodium. This is where things get tricky. By weight, salts are very similar in sodium content. But by volume, like a teaspoon, coarse salts can pack differently. Bigger crystals, more empty space in the spoon, sometimes slightly less sodium per teaspoon. That's why some sources say pink salt may contain slightly less sodium chloride compared to fine table salt, because the crystals aren't packed as tightly. So the truth is, it's not magically low sodium, it's just a different crystal size. Now let's talk about the biggest marketing claim. Pink salt has 84 minerals. Props SS and decar. We'll hear that number a lot. And technically, you can detect tiny traces of many minerals in it, but your body doesn't care about how many different minerals exist in microscopic amounts. Your body cares about dose. If a mineral is present in tiny traces, it's not suddenly going to upgrade your health. And if you try to get more minerals by using way more salt, you're increasing sodium-raising blood pressure risk for many people. So the health promise collapses. Now, here's the part that's actually useful for your audience. When should you choose pink salt? Choose it for taste and cooking experience. If you like the look, the crunch, the vibe, great. It's a legit finishing salt. It can make food feel more premium. When should you not choose it? When you're buying it because you think it cancels out sodium problems. Pink salt still contributes sodium. It's still salt. And the health halo can actually be dangerous because people may start using more of it, thinking it's safe. Now let's settle the real conclusion. In one sentence, pink salt is different in color and texture, sometimes in iodine content, but not different enough to be a health salt. It's a flavor choice, not a health upgrade. So here's a quick practical rule you can remember. If you want iodine pia, use iodized table salt sometimes. If you want crunch and finishing texture, use pink salt or sea salt. If you want to be healthier, don't focus on salt type, focus on total sodium, because in the end, your blood pressure doesn't care if the salt was pink. It only cares how much sodium you ate. Before you go, quick question for you. Do you want the next video to be about sea salt versus table salt? Or is MSG actually bad? Comment 1 and I'll make it next.